Hi, this lesson is about main idea. So we're going to talk about what main idea means, so you can add that to your vocab chart. Also, just how to find it, a couple strategies to help you find the main idea. Anytime you're looking for the main idea, a lot of people will just say, well, it's what it's about. Main idea is what it's about. But that's really a little too simple. What it's about could just be the topic, like dogs, or unicorns, or ice cream, or smoking, or Donald Trump. But the main idea is not just what it's about, it's what about the what. If that definition makes sense to you, I would literally write that down. The topic is the what, the main idea is what about the what. So if it's about dogs, what does this paragraph actually tell me about dogs? Is it their feeding habits? Is it where they live? Is it how to train them? Is it the dogs are better than cats? What about the what? That's your main idea. You might say that the main idea is really just your topic, very clearly narrowed down, almost like a thesis statement. So if you think about your intro, conclusion, thesis statement thing we did, we started out broad, just talking about our topic, maybe like change in general, or the future in general, or neighborhoods in general. And we eventually narrowed it down to our actual thesis, which was what you were going to argue for. So main idea is kind of the same. Your topic may just be 1 to 2 words. The main idea is what do we now know about that topic. So the way we're going to do this is we're going to use a strategy that's just called circling synonyms. Look for things that repeat and look for things that mean the same thing. So what if it said money, but then it said income? These are kind of the same thing. Cost, fortune. The synonyms just mean words that mean the same thing. So we're going to look for words that repeat and just circle those. And then we're going to figure out our main idea. This can also be done doing what I'm going to call a main idea house. So we're going to practice that too. So an example of a topic would just be dogs. The main idea is maybe dogs make great pets, if that's what the paragraph was about. If you had words like great and wonderful and helpful and kind and loyal, then maybe circle all those and they're positive. Dogs make great pets. If the words you circle were like burdensome and hard and a pain, then maybe dogs do not make great pets. It just depends on which synonyms you find. Okay, main ideas have to be supported by details. In order to check your work, kind of like math, you can check your work by looking for actual details that lead to your main idea. So it could look something like this. If your topic is just 1 to 2 words was, let's say, smoking. If your details were that smoking is cancer causing, smoking can shorten people's lives, smoking is expensive, then maybe our main idea would be something like smoking is a bad habit. If our details were all about it killing people, then we could say smoking kills. But it said one of them we said was like it costs a lot or something like that, so that's just not killing, it's just bad. If your supporting details don't lead to an overall main idea, then it's not the main idea. Your topic is 1 to 2 words. Your details are actual examples from the passage that prove it. And just like a house needs walls to hold up the roof, your details need to support your main idea. So don't be overwhelmed with how to draw it. It's like pretty simple. I'm going to ask you to draw it on your paper. You could just have triangle, 3 lines. 3 is a good number. If you can't find at least 3 things to support your main idea, then it's probably not your main idea. So right now, before you do anything else, I want you to pause and go get the paper. The paper that you need looks like this. It says C8-26.02. At the top it says Valentine's Day Main Idea Excerpts, even though it's not Valentine's Day. So pause right now, ask for this, and then rejoin me, please. Okay, so what we are going to do is try to actually find the main idea by looking for our topic and then circling words that repeat and figuring out, okay, well, what about that topic? And then we're going to check our work and actually create the little house. So the paper you have, the Valentine's Day excerpts, that's what you need. In other words, the topic of all these is Valentine's Day. The main idea is definitely not Valentine's Day for all of them. A main idea needs to be an actual sentence. So what about the what? We're going to do a couple together. We're going to draw the little house on the back, and then you are responsible for numbers 3 through 6 by yourself. So right now put your name on it, and then I'll meet you there. Okay, so this is where you should be. Go ahead and put your name on the paper. Make sure you're with me. We're going to do 3 things. First of all, we're going to read it and circle our keywords. We're looking for things that repeat. And then we're going to kind of review from last week and figure out the organizational pattern. So that's why these are all up here. Cause and effect, chronological, compare and contrast, sequence, which is the same as process writing, problem and solution, or spatial and descriptive. You have notes on this already, so find those if you need to, so that this is a review and it matters. It was internal text features. Feel free to find those notes. So here we go. Let's practice. We're going to do this first one together. If I write it, you should write it. There are many thoughtful ways to express your love for another person without spending money. You could write a song or cook a meal, but perhaps the best way to express, I see express and express, yourself is to create a card. Creating a card, that seems to repeat, is easy if you have the proper materials. Get yourself some nice thick resume paper or cardstock and fold it in half. Draw some imagery of love on the front of the card. If you're not good at drawing, you can clip out pictures. If you decide to use markers, be careful not to let them bleed through the paper and ruin the other side. Lastly, write a poem or heartfelt statement on the inside, that makes me think card, inside the card, to your beloved, and you're done. Now, isn't that a much better way to express your love than a rose from a gas station? Okay, so we have words like express and card, and that's pretty much it. We can see the type of organization of this because what is it telling you to do? It's telling you how to create a card, right? So first do this, then draw, then if you do this, do this. So this is going to be a sequence because it's telling you steps. It's telling you steps how to do something, so that's sequence. So the main idea would be like, okay, we know it's a how-to. We know it says expressing yourself in a card. So what's the main idea? So let's flip over our paper. And we're going to say number 1. And we're going to do this number right here. It doesn't have to be big. Our topic is just like in 1 or 2 words. What is our actual topic? And I'm going to say cards. Making a card. Details from this talked about expressing your love, steps to make a card, better than a gas station rose. So all 3 of these together, we say this, what about cards? The main idea, what about cards? It helps you express your love, they give you all the steps, and it's better than like a gas station rose. Those are our details. So what about a card? So you might say cards help express love. There's your main idea. We can't say how to make a card. That's not a main idea. You could say there are steps to make a card to help express love, but this is fine. So cards, and then things that go together from down here, and that would be fine. So, main idea, cards, and actually let's take it one step further. Since it's telling us how to make it, we could say handmade cards. Express love. because then we're talking about how it was made. Okay? So we circled words that repeat. We kind of found our details. This little house thing may seem kind of silly. It matters, and I want to see it for each one. I'm going to go ahead and put number 2 right here because it's coming. If it bugs you that it's like small, make it as big as you like. So let's try number 2 together. Some people think that some holidays celebrating love are nothing but clever ploys by marketers to get consumers to buy candy, flowers, and stuffed animals. But who cares? In America...
Mr. Harris, yes.
Sorry for the interruption. In America, we celebrate, and I saw the word celebrate up here. We celebrate 2 love-themed holidays, and I saw love up here somewhere. Valentine's Day and Sweetest Day. Valentine's Day, well, there's that again, is celebrated in winter, while Sweetest Day is celebrated in fall. Valentine's Day is more focused on bringing lovers together, while Sweetest Day is for all the friends, relatives, and associates whose kindness we've enjoyed. Both occasions looks like holidays and it looks like celebrate, however, are great times to remember what's most important, the people about whom we care. So first thing is, what organizational pattern would this be if we have words like both and while this, however the other? We're talking about 2 things, so what pattern would that be? Compare and contrast is the pattern because we're talking about 2 things. Okay. So we circled words like celebration, 2 love-themed holidays, Valentine's Day, Sweetest Day. All right. So I'm going to say love-themed holidays. That's kind of our overall topic. We know that Valentine's Day and Sweetest Day, one's in winter, one's in spring. We know that one is for people you love and one is for friends. What's another detail? One of them more focused on bringing lovers together, one's for friends. One is about, or I'm sorry, it said winter and fall. Check your work. Both of them, both are about people we care about. So those are our details. So let's think. Valentine's Day and Sweetest Day happen in different times of the year. One is for people you love, one is for friends. They both are about people we care about. So what about love-themed holidays? If this is our topic, it's our what. What about the what? And it looks to me like we can't say they are all in the winter. We could say love-themed holidays of Valentine's Day and Sweetest Day, I'm going to go down here, are similar but different. Since it's compare and contrast, that would be an acceptable main idea. So this whole thing is about the love-themed holidays of Valentine's Day and Sweetest Day are alike and different. We're putting in a sentence. This thing talks about all the ways they're alike and all the ways they're different. It's love theme, that's our topic. There it is. So that just leaves it at that. The details would show the different ways they're alike and different. So here's kind of the plan. Okay, so we're going to read through each one of these and figure out the organizational pattern. Your kind of cheat sheet is at the top. And then main idea and turn it in. Make sure you do the obnoxious little house for each one, because if you don't, then I kind of just assume you're guessing. Even if it's not worded as perfectly as maybe I would like, try it. See if it actually helps you figure out your topic, find your details, and then put all that together into a main idea. So when you're finished, you're turning this in and get it checked.